The excavation site on Kepler 442b had been active for 3 standard years, but nobody expected to find anything like this. Bella wiped the dust from her visor as she stood before the massive metallic structure that her team had unearthed from beneath 2 kilometers of sediment and ice. The structure was impossibly old. Preliminary dating suggested it predated human spaceflight by at least 50,000 years. "It's definitely not natural," Connor said, running his scanner across the surface. His readings flickered erratically, unable to make sense of the alloy composition. "Whatever this is, it's older than anything we've ever discovered. Older than the Vaxian ruins. Older than the Kethran monuments." Bella approached the structure cautiously. It rose 30 meters into the cavern they'd carved out. Its surface covered in geometric patterns that seemed to shift when viewed from different angles. The other members of their xenoarchaeology team had retreated to the camp above, frightened by the strange electromagnetic pulses the structure had begun emitting once fully exposed. But Bella and Connor had stayed. They always stayed. "There's an entrance," Bella observed, pointing to a smooth rectangular section that contrasted with the ornate exterior. She placed her gloved hand against it, and nothing happened. Connor tried next, pressing various points along the frame. Still nothing. "Maybe it's not an entrance," Connor suggested, stepping back. "Could be decorative." Bella removed her helmet, ignoring Connor's immediate protest. The air was thin but breathable. They'd tested it thoroughly. She wanted to see the structure with her own eyes, unfiltered by the helmet's display. As she breathed in the cold, ancient air of the cavern, something changed. The structure hummed to life. Lights cascaded across its surface in waves of blue and gold, converging on the rectangular section Bella had touched. The pattern was mesmerizing, almost musical in its rhythm. Connor stumbled backward, reaching for his helmet's emergency beacon, but Bella held up a hand to stop him. "Wait," she whispered. A voice emanated from the structure, not through speakers, but somehow directly into the air itself. It spoke in a language neither of them recognized, a flowing series of tones and harmonics that felt impossibly complex. The voice cycled through what sounded like dozens of languages, each lasting only seconds before shifting to the next. Then it spoke English. "Genetic marker confirmed. Species, Homo sapiens. Authorization recognized. Welcome, inheritor." Bella and Connor exchanged glances, their scientific training warring with the impossibility of what they were experiencing. "Who built you?" Bella asked, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I am the archive of the precursors," the voice responded. "I was built by those who came before, to wait for those who would come after. You are the first of the designated species to find me in 53,712 standard solar cycles." Connor finally found his voice. "Designated species? You mean humans?" "Negative. I respond to the specific genetic and acoustic signature present in human vocal patterns. No other known species in this galaxy possesses the required harmonic range and complexity. The precursors identified your kind as the only species with the potential to unlock what we have preserved." The rectangular section dissolved like smoke, revealing a corridor that stretched into impossible depths, lined with what appeared to be crystalline data storage systems that glowed with inner light. Bella felt a chill that had nothing to do with the cavern's temperature. "Why humans?" she asked. "Why only our voices?" The archive was silent for a moment, as if considering how to answer. "The precursors studied the evolutionary patterns of thousands of species across millions of years. They discovered that human vocal apparatus developed through your unique evolutionary path, the descended larynx, the precise control of breath, the neurological complexity required for tonal language, created an acoustic signature that could serve as a biological key. It was not chosen because humans were superior. It was chosen because you were unique." Connor stepped closer to Bella, his scanner forgotten in his hand. What happened to the precursors? They transcended physical existence 47,000 years ago, but they left this archive, and others like it, scattered across the galaxy. They contained within them all the knowledge of civilizations that rose and fell before humanity learned to make fire, technology, philosophy, science, art, everything needed to prevent the cycles of extinction that claimed countless species before you. Bella looked into the crystalline corridor, seeing data streams flowing like rivers of light. And it's all locked to human voices? Only we can access this? Correct. The precursors deemed it necessary. They had seen too many species destroy themselves with knowledge gained too quickly. Humans, with your peculiar combination of curiosity, caution, and cooperation, were judged most likely to use this knowledge wisely. Your voices are the key. Your choices will determine what happens next. Connor pulled up his communication device. We need to contact the Council. Every government, every scientific institution, they need to know about this. But Bella remained still, staring at the archive. She thought about humanity's history, the wars, the near extinctions, the mistakes, but also the art, the compassion, the relentless drive to explore and understand. Why are you telling us this now? She asked. After we found you. Because you asked, the archive replied simply. The precursors believed that a species wise enough to ask why they were chosen might be wise enough to handle what they would find. Bella of Earth, Connor of Mars Colony 7, you stand at a threshold. Behind you lies everything humanity has achieved on its own. Before you lies everything the galaxy can teach you. The choice of whether to step forward has always been yours. Bella looked at Connor, seeing her own wonder and fear reflected in his eyes. They were just two xenoarchaeologists on a routine dig. Now they held the key to knowledge that could transform human civilization forever. She took a breath and stepped toward the corridor. The archive's lights pulsed in recognition, responding to something in her voice, her humanity, her choice to move forward despite the unknown. Let's see what they left for us, Bella said. And her voice, uniquely, impossibly human, echoed through chambers that had waited 50 millennia to hear it.